Hello and welcome to my third Flosstube video. First of all, I want to thank you for taking some time out of your day to watch my video, and I want to thank everyone who commented on my previous two videos. That really means a lot to me. Um, so, Flosstube number 3, that means hopefully editing. I don't know. So if it works, it will work. I am not going to load this up before it works. So hopefully I can make things appear about here. Let's see. So what I want to talk to you about today is a little bit of life update, market. I have a little bit of haul, um, whips, plans, and I want to show my previous finishes, my FFOs from 2018. That was also the year I started cross stitch. My first year is almost over and I still love it. So yes, I will share that with you. And yes, let's get started. Today is March 28th, and this week my eldest, my son, he started elementary school, preschool. I don't know how you guys call it in English. He will turn 4 tomorrow, and here in the Netherlands, before a kid turns 4, he can go a couple of times to school to see how it is, and maybe half a day or a few whole days. And that's what we have been doing the last 2 weeks. He is for the 4th time today, and he really enjoys it. So next week he will be going every day, and he is so excited. He loves being in school and learning things, and he's so smart, and I just love my kids, sorry. And my daughter started elementary school. They went together for, I think, 6 times. They go 2 times a week, and she now will be going alone. So we will see how that goes. So with school starting, I have to get out of bed early in the morning, and I'm not good at getting up early. Usually I get out of bed around 8 in the morning, and now I have to set my alarm for 6 in the morning because I have to have a little time to wake up. I'm a little grumpy in the mornings, so I have to set my alarm early, and it's a little bit challenging. I'm a little bit tired. I have to go to bed early, and I have to get used to the new rhythm, and it will be okay, but a little less sleep the last week. So like I told you the last video, we went away for a long weekend. Me and my boyfriend and our kids were at their grandparents, my parents, and we went for 4 days. And my daughter had the chicken pox, so we didn't know if she would get ill. She was feeling bad. Then we would go pick them up and take them home. But she slept some more, and she wanted some more hugs and kisses, and it was relatively okay. So yeah, I got a lot of stitching done that weekend, and I will be showing that soon. So what's next? Oh, Flosstube. I had a little bit of problems with my the channels I was following. I would subscribe to them, and when I would look again, I wasn't subscribed. So I subscribed again, and it was really annoying, and it led to that I was missing a lot of videos from a lot of people, and I'm catching up, and I think it's over now, and I stay subscribed. So if you have a Flosstube video and you see my name subscribing 6 times, I'm sorry. I really want to follow you. So another thing for life update, work. I didn't talk about this before, but I'm a stay-at-home mom for the last 4 years, 3.5, but the last years, and I'm looking for a job right now, and I don't want a job full-time where my kids had to go to a babysitter, or I don't like that. Also because it's quite expensive, and I don't want all my salary to go to daycare. So I have a temporary job, and it will start in a couple of weeks. And I'm not going to tell a lot about it. It's not really interesting. But what it means is that I don't know if I can upload a video around that time, if I get a lot of stitching done. I'm going to work at night. It's about digitalizing test results from primary school in group 8, we call it in Dutch. It's about 5th grade, I think. I don't know. The kids are about 10 years old, and they will do a test which will tell them what kind of school they can go to next. So that's needing to happen, and it's going to happen in 20 days, and I will be working part-time at night. So less sleep, but it's okay. It's only for a short period, and after that I will be looking for a steady job, also part-time, but it's hard to find a job right now. I don't want to talk about work or that kind of thing, but everyone is looking for full-time, and like I explained, I'm not going to do full-time. Part-time is enough with 2 young kids. So we will see how that goes. So that was life update. Market. I loved seeing all the videos about market. I watched hours and hours, and I said earlier, I don't want a big stash and buy all the things. I just purchase it when I need it. But wow, there are so many amazing things, and 2 things that stood out for me I will definitely start one time is Foxfu, I don't know how to pronounce it, by Plum Street. It's like goat load but with foxes. You all have seen it, and I love foxes, so yes, I will get it when I'm going to stitch it. And I also really liked Ocean Blue Stocking by Kathy Barrick, I think. The thing is, we don't do stockings here in the Netherlands. I don't really do Christmas in general. So I'm not going to do it as a stocking, but I'm debating on what to do it with it then, because I really like it. but I'm not going to do a stocking, so I'm going to think about that. Overall, I think that are the two things that stood out for me with market. I'm 10 minutes in, so I'm not going to blab on about market. You all know it was amazing to see. So, haul. I didn't get a lot of haul. What I did get was 2 frames for, well, framing cross stitch. Okay, so the first frame is this one. It's a 10 by 10 centimeters, and it will be perfect for my ink circles. So I will put it here. And the next one I really like. It's like a floating frame, and it says happy time. And I don't know what I'm going to put in this, but I will find something eventually. So, another thing I bought was this kit. It's called Sweet Sleep by RTO. And I'm going to stitch this for a pregnant friend. She is pregnant with her 3rd daughter, and I might stitch this 3 times for all her daughters, but then with the shirt or the bunny in different colors. I don't know about that. First, I have to do the first one, which I already started, and I will show you soon. So, to test my editing skills, I hope there will be some things right here in a moment, because I want to show you my FFOs from last year. I only have 3, and I have 1 right here. So the first one was, let me think, Owl and Fox. I will put a picture here, I hope. I made this also as a birth gift for another friend of mine. She had a son called Caden, and I love foxes. She loves owls. I saw this and I had to stitch it. So yes, that was my first ever FFO. Because like I said, 2018 was the year I started cross stitch. So this was my first finish. And another one I made was Sloughy, which I will put a picture here. I made this for a friend. She mentioned this kind of cross stitch a few times, so I made it as a little present. And it's really small, but it's so cute. So the one I do have here is this one. I made this for my boyfriend for our 5-year anniversary for our relationship. And these are our names and the date in binary code. He is like a big nerd, and he's okay with me saying so. And I finished this in a really crappy way. The fabric was too tiny for the frame. I have a hair on my hand, so it doesn't really fit, but he likes it. And I put it in a metal frame with ridges, and also with a needle minder that says made with love. So this is on his desk. So my first own design. So that were all my FFOs. I'm hoping to finish some more in the next month. Yeah, it will be. Let's see. So next, whips. And I hope my editing skills are okay, because I worked on a lot. The first thing I worked on was instead of sheep. and I will put up a picture of what it will look like, what it will look like when it's finished, and what it was looking like the last time you saw it. And this is how it looks now. I know I said that I wanted to go for a finish. I didn't. I just did a little bit of lettering and some on the border. But I still really like this. It's so cute. So I can't wait to stitch on this some more. Oh, the second thing I worked on a lot during our weekends at the resort was the Bucilla kit, Happily Ever After. Let me see my clipboard. Oh, sorry. This is what it looked like when it's finished, and what it looked like the last time, and this is how it looks at the moment. It's almost finished, so I hope I will finish this next week. It's just a little bit more flowers and leaves. And I really like this. This is one with a lot of firsts for me. It was the first time doing a lot of partial stitches. The first time with blended threads, because the little leafy thingies, I don't know, words. Those are all blended. Also the spiderweb roses are blended, and they are just amazing. I hope it will focus. And maybe this will also be the first finish of this year. So really love it. The colors are so vibrant, and yes, Happily Ever After. So the next thing I worked on a lot during the weekend with in the resort was King Coda Storyteller by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it will look like when it's done, and what it looked like the last time you saw it. And this is what it looks like now. Will it fit? Yes. So it's just one page down to the end of the piece, and I don't know when I will be doing that. For now, I worked a lot on this section. Let me see if I can fold it. It's so big. I stitched a squirrel, and it's so cute. I really love this. This is the first big animal that's appearing in this piece, and I really like the detail. So a fun fact, actually. How am I going to say this without confusing myself? The Dutch word for squirrel is acorn. So the nut acorn is for us a squirrel. And if we want to say the nut acorn, we actually say eikel, which is also not really nice thing to say to somebody. So that's a fun fact about Dutch language. So the squirrel, the acorn, he's so cute. I will be working a lot more on this page, and I think I might stop here So, because that is where the tiger will come. And I'm stitching all the boring parts first before stitching the tiger, lion. So I will be working on this page and then go down. But I really love the detail on this one. So I also stitched on some other pieces, not a whole lot, but I worked on them, so I show them. The first one is Ballet School by Soda Stitch, and this is what it will look like when it's done, and what it looked like the last time. And this is what it looks like now. So I only worked a little bit on this part. I actually found out I made a counting error in this part of the window, and I didn't care for taking it all out, so I had to recharge chart, and I think it's okay now, so I can work further on this little girl. I also worked a teeny tiny bit on my other Soda Stitch. This is what it will look like when it's all done, and what it looked like the last time. I'm so hoping my editing will work. And this is what it looks like now. I worked on this one. So this will be grease. And also I made a little counting error. I think that is the theme for this month, week, I don't know. I hope it's not continuing. So I took out a little bit here and I did some on the dress. I don't like the stitching white on white, so because I know I have to do white on white, I don't tend to take this one to work on. But now I think that I will take it as a traveling piece to force myself to finish the white on white, so I can move on and get it finished, because when it's done it will look great. So, and it's only about 100 white stitches left, so I don't want to complain about that. So the next one I worked a little bit on was my ink circles, because it is just the pattern. I don't have a picture of what it will look like when it's done, so only a picture of what it looked like the last time. And oh, itch. This is what it looks like now. So I did 2.5 of the flowers in pink, and I finished the corner, and this is how big it will get. This is the outer corner. So let me see if we can pick up the sparkle. It's a little bit overcast today, so I don't have a lot of light. So no, it's not showing up really, but I like stitching on this. The glittery threads are a little bit challenging, but I like the colors and how it looks. So this only leaves one whip, a new one, a new start. So for the first time I will put up a picture what it will look like, which you also saw just a few minutes ago. I will put this in my clipboard. I don't have a picture of what it looked like the last time because, hey, this is the first time. And this is what it looks like now. It's just the start of the bunny bear, teddy bunny. And a start of the gray for the baby. And it's turning out really cute. So, yes, that were my whips. So, what's next? Plans. I don't really plan a lot. I just pick something that screams at me, and sometimes I think I want to finish this, or I don't really have a rotation. I tried and it didn't work. So for the next few weeks, I do want to focus on a few things, but if it's not getting finished or I decide not to work on it, I don't. So let me check my notes. Things for April and May, so mania plans. Jen Lee is actually doing another 24-hour stitch, which is amazing. I didn't think she would do it again, but she does, and she is asking everyone who would like to do it with her to do it. You can choose if you want to do the whole 24 hours or just 8 hours or 12. And I was debating with myself if I would join her with an hour a whip. So work on every whip for an hour, and yeah, so maybe I'm going to do that. The day she is doing it, I am going to my parents for the evening, and it's about an hour drive, so I don't know how late I will be back. So maybe it would be very, very nice to stitch on all of my whips in a row on one day or night. And yes, I really like the idea, so let's see. Mania. I'm not sure. I'm not going to start a new thing every day. No. I really love seeing everyone doing it because I love new starts. But maybe I will do something with a wheel and stitch every day on something else, or maybe do 1 or 2 new starts. I don't know yet. So playing with ideas. Like I said, I'm going to focus on a finish the coming weeks, months. And the things I would love to finish are, of course, Busilla, Happily Ever After. And I think it's only 2 or 3 more days to finish it. So maybe that will be my first finish in 2019. We will see. The other one I would love to finish is Ink Circles, but I don't really stitch on it a long period at a time because the glittery threads, they're hard to work with. I have to use really short lengths, about that much, and maybe. I hope so. It would be nice to have it finished so I can look at it every day. And the other one I would love to finish is Sweet Sleep, the new start with the baby and the bunny. Um, it actually will be a partial finish because after the baby is born in June, July, one of those, I will stitch the name, weight, height, date, things. And I would love to have it finished to a point where I don't have to do a lot when the baby is born and I have that information. So that are my focus points for the next, I think, 2 months, because I'm going to have the part-time job in that period, and I don't know how much stitching I can do. So yes, that was my plans. The last thing on my list is shoutouts. I don't want to do a shout out every time, but like I think many of you know by now, is that someone asked for a shout out, and it was Michelle Benny Stitchy. She had a problem with her channel. She wanted to migrate it to a business channel, and during that migration she lost not only her videos, her subscribers, but also everyone she subscribed to. So everyone check out her new channel, same Michelle, same videos, but on another name, so you don't miss anything of her beautiful cross stitch. And I think she deserves every follower, because she's just amazing with all the nice things she does. The words. I can only think in Dutch right now. Well, you all know. She raises money for all the good causes, and it's so nice. So all check out her new channel. It's Michelle Bendy Stitchy. So only her last name is missing. And yes, that was all. So thank you all for watching, and have a nice 2 weeks. I hope you all are going to do nice things and feel well, and I will hope to see you in my next video. I don't know when it will be, but bye for now.